Shohei Ohtani, Yu Darvish, Masahiro Tanaka, and Hideo Nomo are just some of the names included in Japan's rich history of producing pitchers who eventually come to Major League Baseball and carve out solid careers for themselves. Of course, when it comes to batters, you can look towards the legendary Ichiro Suzuki, as well as Hideki Matsui, and again, Shohei Ohtani. The newest crop of Japanese talent that will be on their way to the MLB will be pitchers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Shota Imanaga. Yamamoto had a minuscule 1.16 ERA and 0.860 WHIP to go along with his 176 strikeouts and 171 innings, while Imanaga had a 2.66 ERA, 1.019 WHIP, and 188 strikeouts and 159 innings in Japan this season. Yamamoto has been described as the greatest pitcher to come out of Japan and is expected to fetch a contract nearing $200 million, while Imanaga is no slouch and will likely sign a contract similar to that of Kodai Senga, who signed with the Mets last offseason. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cole from Philadelphia Media, and today we'll be getting to know Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Shota Imanaga, MLB's next greatest Japanese stars. Yamamoto has received incredibly high praise and is expected to be a number one starter in the MLB immediately. Imanaga will also be impactful for whichever team chooses to sign him. We'll get into who these guys are, what they do, which MLB teams will be interested in them, and more. If at any point you enjoy what you're watching, do me a favor and leave a like on the video. Feel free to comment your thoughts and predictions on where they will sign. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and now onto the video. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is coming into the league with massive hype. The 25-year-old Japanese starter pitched his last game of the NPB a few days ago in Game 6 of their championship series, where he threw a complete game, allowed 1 earned run, struck out 14, walked none, and threw 138 pitches. Yamamoto has been described as not only the greatest Japanese pitcher of all time, but many believe he will be the best pitcher in all of Major League Baseball in 2024. That's high praise, but for good reason. Yamamoto started pitching professionally at age 18 for the Oryx Buffaloes, and in his 7-year career with them, he had a 1.82 ERA, a WHIP below 1, 9.3 Ks per 9, and a record of 70-29. Yamamoto just won his third straight Sawamura Award, which is the NPB's Cy Young Award, and this past year was perhaps his best, as he posted a career-best 1.16 ERA. Not only did he win the pitching Triple Crown this year, but he's won it the past 3 years in a row. Yamamoto's pitch arsenal includes a fastball that averages 95 miles per hour and tops out at about 99, a wipeout splitter, a hard slider/cutter, and a high-arching curveball that's reminiscent of Clayton Kershaw's, but from the right side. Okay, he's got the stats, he's got the stuff, he's got the command, but does he have what it takes to pitch in a big game? Does he have the poise necessary for a true ace? Well, if his complete game shutout in Game 6 of the Japan series wasn't enough proof for you, when MLB executives lined up in person to get a glimpse at him in action, he hurled a no-hitter. So yeah, I think he's got that part down. Yamamoto's intense buildup may undermine Shota Imanaga's ability, but that would be a mistake. While Yamamoto may be a younger and more well-rounded pitcher, the 30-year-old Imanaga occupies swing-and-miss stuff that can hang with the best of them. When comparing Imanaga to fellow Japanese pitchers who pitched in the MLB, if we look at their stats in their final season in Japan, we can see Imanaga is right with any of them. His ERA may be the highest, but just Ohtani and Darvish struck out more batters at a better clip, and nobody walked less batters at a better rate than him. He started the championship game of the World Baseball Classic against the U.S., where he went 2 innings and allowed 1 earned run. He features a mid to low 90s fastball to go along with a splitter and a slider, which allowed him to lead all WBC pitchers in Stuff Plus. The big difference between the two pitchers is their age. Yamamoto is just 25 years old, the same age Masahiro Tanaka was when he was posted to the MLB. Imanaga is 30, which is about what Kodai Senga was when he signed his contract with the New York Mets last offseason. Another difference is Yamamoto is simply on another level. That's not a knock on Imanaga by any means, but Yamamoto is said to have the potential to be one of the best pitchers in the MLB as soon as this season. Yamamoto's Game 6 performance will be on the minds of all MLB front offices when he's posted to MLB teams. Another thing that will be on their minds will be his otherworldly stats from his past 3 Triple Crown and Sawamura award-winning seasons. The posting dates haven't been announced, but it's unlikely the two will be posted on the same day. Once they are posted, there's a 45-day period for the pitchers and their agents to negotiate with MLB teams. Additionally, MLB teams will have to pay a posting fee to their former teams, in Yamamoto's case, the Oryx Buffaloes, and Imanaga's, the DNA Bay Stars. That amount is sizable. For Yamamoto, it will probably be a fee of around $30 million, and for Imanaga, it'll be somewhere around $10 to $15 million. So who's in contention for these guys? What uniforms will they be sporting opening day 2024? Let's start with Imanaga. Shota is expected to be probably a number 3 starter on a good team, and teams that have been linked to him so far include the Dodgers, Yankees, Cardinals, Giants, and Mariners. The two negatives you could say about Imanaga are his age and his inability to limit the long ball. Those two attributes lend themselves to a win-now team who plays in a larger ballpark. We've also seen in the past that teams that like international free agents continue to sign them, while teams who haven't signed them in the past continue to have an aversion to them. The Yankees signed Masahiro Tanaka to the largest deal for an international free agent ever prior to the 2014 season, and Imanaga could be a nice complement to Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon. His trouble with home runs would be the only issue in Yankee Stadium. The Red Sox have reportedly heavily scouted Imanaga and could use some help in the starting pitching department. They also signed Masataka Yoshida last offseason. The Mets are another team who could use an upgrade to their rotation, and they signed Kodai Senga an offseason ago. Finally, I think the Cubs could be a good fit, as he could help bolster a rotation led by Justin Steele, though the Cubs have a lack of history signing Japanese free agents. As for Yoshinobu Yamamoto, just about every team should be interested in this guy. The expectation is that he will receive at least a $200 million contract, as he will be the top option for free agent pitching, alongside Cy Young finalists Blake Snell and Aaron Nola. That'll rule out a decent chunk of teams, but others will understand this is not something you want to miss out on. The Yankees, Mets, Cardinals, Red Sox, Cubs, Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Phillies, Rangers, and Tigers reportedly have expressed interest in the sensational hurler. A report recently came out that MLB executives expect Yamamoto to sign with the Mets, which makes sense based on their history with Japanese signings, as well as their disappointing 2023 campaign and Steve Cohen's willingness to spend. The Cardinals could use starting pitching, and Yamamoto could help to lead them out of this sudden downturn they're facing. The Yankees and Dodgers would be showcasing their might if they were to acquire him, while the Tigers and Cubs don't necessarily seem like favorites. A signing by Arizona would show their commitment to competing and would instantly transform them into even more of a strong young contender than they already are. The Rangers could add on to a World Series champion roster, while the Phillies seem to be an intriguing option. They have a willingness to spend money and have extended a qualifying offer to Aaron Nola, which indicates they may expect to lose him in free agency. Team president Dave Dombrowski has also made it clear that their number one priority this offseason is to either bring back Nola or replace him. Yoshinobu Yamamoto would be an incredible splash. Ultimately, I think the Mets will do what it takes to get one of these guys. If I had to predict one, it would be Shota Imanaga on a 5-year, $80 million or so contract. Yamamoto, I would love to see on the Phillies, but predict him going to the Dodgers on a 7-year, $200 million contract as payback for missing out on the Tanaka sweepstakes nearly a decade ago. I really think the Diamondbacks would be an intriguing option, though, and expect the Cubs and Cardinals to be dark horses. The Yankees, Red Sox, and maybe even Rangers will certainly keep an eye on the situations. That does it for this one. Comment below where you think these pitchers will go, and if you think the hype is real. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.